The Design a Companion contest has come to an end. This video here is to announce the winners. For fourth place, we have the Fool Tragi from Vahida, and he has earned 10k crowns as a fourth place prize. The story behind it is that Fool is supposed to be transformed into an Eldorado perfect body, and he realized that means, of course, his destruction. So he basically abandons Cain and he turns to nature, falls in love with it, and he trains an army of Troggies. And then he decides to cold-bloodedly murder one of them and put his brain inside of it. Go figure, that bit does not make any sense at all. He approaches the pirate, tries to join his crew. He says a bunch of Troggy noises the pirate doesn't understand. Then he goes back for his voice mechanism, and then the Troggy army disowns him. To be honest, I would have disowned him as soon as he did the previous thing by killing the Troggy and putting his mind inside of it. That would have uh, that would have made a little more sense. I think the part that doesn't make any sense at all is that when there are creatures, say like Ratbeard, who have done despicable things, there's usually some type of redemption story behind it, and you don't really see that here, so it's not really consistent with the story. So authenticity, have to take off points for that. And I think really where this piece falls short is on the balance side of things because of this fool this two-face ability right here. It does Ghost Will that applies a 40% weapon power debuff for 2 turns. And then on the second round, it does an ability that does basically Villa Fortress at the last 2 turns, and then it heals an ally. The cycle repeats every round. So this is way too busted, guys. Like, they cannot put this in the game, especially in PvP. Like, I have to take off quite a bit of points for balance. I would say, out of the 15 points of balance, I maybe give them maybe like 2. Like, this is just way too busted, okay? It's the main reason why this piece fell short. But other than that, a pretty good job. It definitely satisfies the completeness and the completeness aspect completely. The creativity aspect, not quite as much, because he just took a picture from the game and put something over it. But love the idea. Now, as far as the creativity aspect, um, this piece right here knocks it out of the ballpark. This person actually got an artist to do pictures of the companion, which I quite like. I think the promotion is the best part. It does look a little bit too K-pop for my liking, but I mean, that's just a preference right there. I think other than that, it is really cool. I think the idea for this companion is also really great. Essentially, he is a prestigious Albion Marine in the Marlebonian Navy. He earns a Victoria Cross, a bunch of other cool stuff, and then he's sent to put down a rebellion in Port Regal, and has to he has to fight his own people, the Foxes there, and it's at that point they realize, hey, I can't do this, and he deserts, and he eventually gets captured and he gets put in the glass house, and um he is of course accused of treason. So what happens is he escapes and he turns to theft and smuggling in Scrimshaw, and he's quite good at it because he's very aware of the weaknesses that have arisen due to the war, in Marylebone trade in particular. So what he ends up doing is he ends up stealing from someone in this new tavern called Jimmy Stewart, and this Jimmy Stewart asks your pirates to help him figure out who did it, so and to get his supplies back. And so you come back with the supplies after you go to the warehouse and you chase Oscar, which is named the companion, out, and he tells you to go see Lieutenant Springer, who has more information on Oscar. As you remember, Lieutenant Springer is his superior. Then you end up fighting Oscar, or you end up seeing Oscar in a dungeon full of radicals, and Bonnie ends up talking him down and out of it, and Oscar's like ready to go home and all that. But the radicals are not too pleased about it, so you end up fighting a bunch of radicals. Then you take Oscar back, and Lieutenant Springer pardons him, and this is where authenticity really really hurts this particular submission right here. A lieutenant wouldn't have this type of authority to just pardon someone like that. Just yeah, nowhere, not in anyone's army, would not happen. So points for authenticity are taken off right here. And if you're looking at like the paragraph right here, it's all one huge massive paragraph. This could have been broken down into, a bunch of separate paragraphs. It could have been worded a little less repetitively, and it's just the same ideas could have been conveyed in much less wording. So yeah, that's the main thing that is holding this down. But other than that, a really great job. I think my favorite part, aside from the art, is this. Hold on, where is it? See if I can find it. Here, this part. So he has 2 range because he has a pike instead of just 1 range like most melee units, and 5.5 movement. So yeah, you can look at all these pieces, linked down below in the description to all of them. They're really cool if you want to read through the entire thing. Then Admiral Nelson. I really like this because of how quick and easy it was to understand. It was very well written and very well organized. So I'm going to just go ahead and read through this. So Nelson escapes a near disaster on the wreck of the Victory, his old flagship. As an admiral who loves danger and will serve Her Majesty and country till the end, this is not the first time, and it'll certainly not be the last. With the war ended, he is now aboard the pirate ship, happy to once again serve his country alongside an old friend. The captain and admiral embark on one final mission to end the Armada once and for all. The quest, called Cleanup, sends the captain around Marylebone, clearing Armada ships, dreadnoughts, and landing craft. A surviving group of clockworks, however, break into Buckingham Palace and proclaim their leader, a group of dragoons, to be the new rulers of Marylebone. With the admiral's bravery and the captain's cunning, the ship's crew are ready to take on this new menace and reclaim the throne. After completion, as a token of gratitude, the Queen allows Nelson to leave the Admiralty and join the young captain for a pirate's life of adventure. And there we go, guys. That is a very plausible way for a companion like Nelson to end up on the pirate's crew. So, good explanation right there. Good backstory. The source is obtained by Cleanup. Inspiration is this guy's unique power, and this takes us way back to the wreck of the Victory, if you recall. When an ally is nearby and Nelson takes damage, he's often healed. This is not quite as powerful as that. It is something that he can cast on units beforehand, and of course it only casts back one time onto him when the unit is within 3 squares of him, and he charges in and takes damage. So that's essentially how it works. So it's balanced, yet unique, and it vibes well with the authenticity of the story and the game. So, well done there. Very well done. Here are the initial powers, the learnable epics, the learnable talents, the basic stats, a promotion quest. A quest begins to unlock Nelson, with Nelson telling the young pirates to go to Albion to make an end of the radicals who grew stronger while the dogs were preoccupied with the war. This would include defeating 4 of them in order to know the location of Radical William, their new leader. Then a dungeon would start where the pirate goes through and convinces everyone to overthrow William. Promotion, Fleet Admiral. Admiral Nelson receives 2 more epics that he can pick from his will, Turn the Tide 2, and another inspiration power for his deck. Nelson's name changes to Fleet Admiral. So, I really like how it was basically broken down, and it's made very, very easy to read through, and it's very clear, everything in this piece. So obviously a good bit of editing was done to make this. It's very clear and concise. So well formatted, very authentic. The only thing I really have to take off points for is the fact that they didn't actually get like artwork done for it, so it's just a picture from the game. So that it's very well deserving of second place, which is also 10k crowns and a Ghor code. First place, however, goes to Breaker for the Headless Horseman design. This is kind of like Krampus, and Pirates at the current moment has a habit of taking stuff from Wizard 101 and bringing it to Pirate 101, Krampus being an example of this, and Krampus was fairly successful, as many of you probably already know. A lot of people absolutely love farming Krampus. But this is a Halloween seasonal event where people can go to this boss with a wood, stone, or gold key, and they can fight it. And if they beat him 25 times, they can buy this companion in the crown shop. So you can look through, you can see his stats. I think the coolest part about this guy is that he has 4.5 movement, but whenever he uses an ability, he has 1.5 movement added to that. So that gives him 6 movement instead of the ordinary movement he would have. So that makes him have the same movement as Contessa. So he's unique, but he's not broken in this aspect. And of course, the story is that, you know, he's an infamous legend in Darkmoor. He rides in the wind of night, bearing the head of a pumpkin in the body of man, and on a nefarious horse. He may just be a legend in Darkmoor, but around the time of Halloween, he takes up residence in Blackrock Cave and Skull Island. So that is the explanation to this companion right here. I think really the orderliness of this piece right here. It just puts it all on a table, all nice and neat, all the stats, everything, all the options you can pick from, and then he suggests a setup for it. And I'm looking at this setup right here, and this is exactly what I would suggest for this companion, as far as the setup goes. So very well done in that aspect. What's even more cool is that he has the fight actually all mapped out, so he's like designed all the creatures, he's written all the dialogue, and he's like designed like really clever cheats and stuff like that that you don't really see in Pirates very much, but would be great to implement. So he's actually designed like a fight, and he's designed a loot table as well. So this right here, Breaker went like above and beyond what was even required, so I really have to give him first place for this companion right here. But well done, Breaker. You get 30k crowns. Corn, you get 10k crowns and the Ghor companion. And Fire and Agil, you also get that for third place. And we have for fourth place, as I said before, Bahita, you get 10k crowns. So yeah, those are the winners of the Design a Companion contest in the future. I really want to make this a year-long thing to make it so that more people can join. It was kind of done in the middle of May when people are like really busy at school, so I feel like making this a year-long thing would give people more time to revise their companions, and more people would also be able to join. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for making it all the way through this video. Really appreciate it. See you all in the next one. Peace.